So I've been thinking about zero waste a lot recently. I've been reading a lot of blogs. I've been finding out what people actually consider a zero waste household to actually be. Using Norwex products, obviously I use a lot less than I used to. But if someone said to me, could you become a zero waste household? I just wouldn't know how. That idea is so far from reality for me right now. So I thought I would conduct a little experiment. And for 24 hours, I'm going to collect all my rubbish that I would have thrown away, recyclable, non-recyclable and food. And I'm going to look through and I'm going to see if any areas are larger than I thought, if any areas are smaller than I thought, and where I can actually make some, reasonable changes to try and bring the waste levels of my house down. It's going to be a completely honest video blog. I'm going to start tomorrow morning. Hope to see you there. Okay, so it's about 7:45 at the start of my 24 hours of trash day, and I can't believe how quickly I've started to accumulate rubbish. It was 7 minutes before I had my first piece of disposable rubbish that I couldn't recycle, which was a bit shocking. So this morning so far I have cleansed, toned, moisturised and put my makeup on. I wasn't brave enough to do a pre-makeup shot, I'm afraid. And I used my Norwex face cloth, body cloth to dry it off because I just quite like the texture. And I used some pure and organic rose water just to tone. So all of that stuff is reusable. Push that to one side. So here is the start of my disposable rubbish. Doesn't look like much, and actually it isn't much so far. I've also finished off some toothpaste. However, this is recyclable. It's got the recycle sign on it, so that's brilliant. So how am I going to do this today? I've got 3 bags. I've got my Norwex green bag, and that's going to be for all my recycling. Okay, so in goes my toothpaste. Then I've got the Norwex biodegradable compostable plastic bags, and that's what I'm going to put all my non-recyclable rubbish in today and take a look at later on. And then I've got my food composting bag, because we compost all our food in this house. However, I am a bit concerned about food waste, so let's see how much we've got left at the end of the day. So it's 12 o'clock and the morning hasn't gone too badly actually. I've done a lot better than I thought that we would on the trash front. Beginning to realise just how much I hate junk mail and how much comes through my door. I really need to find out about signing up to banning junk mail, most definitely. A little bit of food waste, a few things expired in the fridge, that's not something we're great at, but definitely more recyclable trash than non-recyclable. So far, so good. So I have just got home from a walk to find that I've had a Norwex delivery, which is always fab. And I just wanted to show you how well Norwex packs their items. So tight. This is just an example. I've had a few boxes today. Look at all that UPP packed in there so tightly. Makes use of all the space. No wastage at all. All cardboard. Nice and recyclable. Good job, Norwex. So we're nearly at the end of the day, and I thought I'd take a look through my rubbish bags and see if there are any lessons that I can take away from today's experiment. I'm going to start with my food rubbish. Not too happy with the amount of food rubbish really that we've thrown away today, but that's for 2 main reasons I've realised. One, I live with a toddler, and some days that toddler eats everything that's on their plate, other days he doesn't touch it, and there's not a lot I can do about that at this point in my life right now. However, the second reason is perhaps we aren't always as disciplined with our meal planning as we could be, and I think that's something that I'm going to work on from this experiment. I think I'm going to make sure that I take much more notice of sell-by dates and using food while I can before it goes off and needs to be thrown on the compost. Second bag is my non-recyclable trash. Not looking too shabby, quite chuffed with this one. When I thought about why this was quite a small bag, I definitely realised straight away that one of the main reasons is because we use cloth nappies and cloth wipes. The amount of rubbish we save by using those is amazing, and we save a fortune as well. So I would definitely recommend to anybody considering it to try cloth nappies and cloth wipes. The other thing that is in my bag of non-recyclables are the film plastics. There's so many of them, they're currently not recyclable, and it's a real shame. I don't know if there's anything I personally can do about this other than try and avoid these plasticky packets when I go supermarket shopping. I certainly will bear it in mind as I am doing my shopping in the future. My final bag, my recycling bag, it's pretty full. There's quite a lot of stuff in there. At first I was really chuffed. I was like, yeah, we've done loads of recycling, that's great. And then I asked myself the question whether or not recycling everything is actually the answer. Should we be reusing more stuff? Should we be refusing more stuff? I was going to put my Easter cards in the recycling bag this afternoon, and I've decided to keep it for art and craft for my little one. I'm going to try and reuse them and get as much use out of it as possible. So all in all, I've learnt quite a lot from today, actually. It's been really good fun to try and kind of keep tabs on what I'm doing, and I think it's going to help me be a lot more conscientious about my waste in the future. Thanks for joining me.